What's up, everybody, and I am back here with another video, and we've got Talk is Cheap episode number 7, part number 1 for the 4th of March 2017 on a Saturday evening. Of course, only if you're in England, but that made absolutely no sense. I was supposed to say Saturday, but who cares? Let's get right into it, guys. We've got a lot of news here to cover today, and we've got 4 topics to cover on Talk is Cheap. Hopefully this video gets a lot of views, because I think the one last week, Talk is Cheap, about Nakamura facing off against Styles at WrestleMania, that got 100 views. I want to thank all of you for all of the positive things that video has been doing. So the first topic we're going to be talking about is a former world champion requesting his release from the WWE, and he has been off TV for months. I'm sure you lot are going to guess this. As TNA Impact Wrestling has started imploding and losing big name stars left and right, WWE is now about to have one less former world champion on its roster. When you haven't been on television for months and haven't really been used in years, it makes for a discouraging time. That is why former world champion, drumroll, Jack Swagger has asked WWE for his outright release. For many years, Jack Swagger played a big role in WWE and was winning titles, capturing the Money in the Bank briefcase, and looked to be the next big thing. Then he just disappeared and ended up falling even lower than mid-card and ultimately off of television completely. With that being the case, Wrestling Inc. reported that Swagger was recently on Chael Sonnen's podcast and officially announced that he had requested his release from WWE. Yes, there will be no more "We the People" being heard loud and clear in Vince McMahon's promotion any longer. Jack Swagger did not say how long it would be until he was officially no longer with the company, as he just requested his release a couple of days ago. He said that it was an ongoing process and that it eventually came down to contract negotiations, which weren't even close. The former world champion states that he and WWE were way off in terms of their negotiations and that the company simply doesn't value him as much as they should. Knowing that, he has decided to part ways with the promotion and move on to other things, but he hasn't really officially left the WWE yet. Another issue that added to him requesting his release is that he just wasn't receiving any opportunities at all. Back in mid-September, Swagger moved from Monday Night Raw to SmackDown Live, where he had a short feud with Baron Corbin that ended with their match at No Mercy, but in an episode of SmackDown Live on October the 18th, 2016. It feels like I'm shouting, and I don't like it. I really need to get a mic to get that better quality, and I won't have to shout. Like, a YouTuber recommended it to me. If you know him, the 414 Rusty, make sure to check him out, guys, and subscribe to his channel. He recommended a mic to me, and I'm going to see if I can save up and order a mic to improve your quality, improve your viewing. Since then, he has wrestled at house shows, but nothing more than that, and he was done with simply appearing on WWE live cards. And this is a former world champion you're talking about. Jack Swagger, former world heavyweight champion, and then he's just being used for nothing. Since that feud, the last legitimate feud I've seen with Swagger was against Rusev for the United States title, and that was years ago. When Swagger was 26 years old, he made his debut on the main roster as a part of the new ECW brand. After being on television for just around 3 months, he defeated Matt Hardy to win the ECW Championship, which he held on to for more than 3 months. He was soon traded to the Monday Night Raw brand, and the next year, he captured the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 26. Just a couple of nights later, Swagger cashed in his opportunity and captured the World Heavyweight Championship from Chris Jericho. Swagger would go on to win the United States Championship one time, and he even was a part of Team SmackDown at the Bragging Rights pay-per-view in 2010. There's no word as to what exactly he may do, but as reported by comicbook.com, Swagger does have some plans in place. This is what he said. "I want to leave because I wasn't getting opportunities, but the world of wrestling is broadening and it's a great time to be a wrestler. I'm young. I'm very excited about going to Mexico, Japan. If someone wants to pay me to get in the cage, I'm down." So that is all the news for Jack Swagger leaving the WWE. We're not going to see Jack Swagger on television again. He's probably been in catering, handing out cookies, fruits, food to the superstars at the back. And it looks as if Swagger had a very good career when he was in his prime. and now WWE are just not utilizing him, so he's requested for WWE to release him. We're not going to see Swagger again, so I really hope Swagger has a good time with his future endeavors. So moving on from Jack Swagger news, we've got news on the current NXT, the current undefeated NXT Women's Champion, Asuka. Asuka's WWE record undefeated streak to last until WrestleMania. But WWE loves when superstars break records and normally make a big deal out of them. But it's not any different when it comes to NXT, as the Asuka WWE undefeated streak is about to break the impressive record set previously by Bill Goldberg. While Goldberg's undefeated streak is more myth than reality, the Asuka WWE streak is legitimate. According to the record books, Goldberg won 173 matches in a row before he lost in a controversial match to Kevin Nash, thanks in large part to Scott Hall and the Cattle Prod. Whether Goldberg really fought 173 matches in a row before the win is still up to debate, with some calling it an urban legend that WCW created to push their superstar. Don't tell that to Bill Goldberg. He still proudly boasts his record. Yep, that is an incredible record if it's true. He went to Twitter recently to give praise to Asuka's WWE record 149th win in a row since making the NXT debut. That is so much. 149. This is what Goldberg tweeted. Congratulations to Asuka on your 149th win in a row. Hashtag who's next. Then he put Japanese symbols. She then replied, the honor is more than I deserve. I'm looking for sacrifice. Hashtag Queen of Death Metal Style. Hashtag Assassin with some Japanese symbols. WrestleZone has now pointed out that the WWE is doing a lot more to help promote Asuka's WWE chase for that record number of wins by Goldberg. Not only did the company promote Bill Goldberg's congratulations, but there are a number of Asuka WWE main roster appearances coming up as well. Asuka's WWE debut at Madison Square Garden is scheduled to take place on March the 12th. She will take part in a multi-woman match teaming with Tamina Snuka, Becky Lynch, and Nikki Bella against the team of Carmella, Natalya, Mickie James, and Alexa Bliss. And wow, okay, we heard those big names, and all of those names are SmackDown Live women, apart from Tamina. So it looks like Tamina's going to come into the SmackDown Live Women's division, which is the right division for her to go. She wants to succeed. And it looks as if when Asuka really comes to the main roster, she's going to come to SmackDown Live. She's in a match with all the SmackDown Live women. Asuka has been scheduled to wrestle at SmackDown Live events on March the 13th in Charleston, West Virginia, March 25th in Johnson City, Tennessee, March 26th in Raleigh, North Carolina, and on March 27th in Norfolk, Virginia. So it looks as if Asuka will come down to the SmackDown Live brand. There is no way to tell if the WWE is ready to call up Asuka yet, although she has proven to be ready for the promotion. She already holds the record for the longest ever title reign in NXT history with a recent women's title reign. Should the WWE wanted to break Goldberg's record with an undefeated streak, she would need to remain in NXT and not lose the title anytime soon. The next Asuka WWE NXT Women's title event comes at NXT TakeOver Orlando, where she defends her title against possibly Ember Moon. If you lot did not see my NXT review a few days ago, make sure to check it out. It will be in the top right of this video. Click that the card's description. That video will be there. I did talk about it. Asuka faced off against Peyton Royce. There was a very good match. Peyton Royce just kept working on Asuka's arm, so she injured it per storyline, not in real life. It's not a legit injury, per storyline. And then Asuka won with the Asuka lock. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce were attacking her. Ember Moon came out to help her, and Asuka and Ember Moon had a face-off. So I definitely think it will be Ember Moon versus Asuka at TakeOver Orlando, and that is going to blow the house off of the roof. Trust me. This would be a perfect chance to put over Moon and move Asuka up to the main roster, guys. So that's all the news on Asuka's WWE NXT Women's Championship reign and her record, trying to beat Goldberg's record. And now the next thing we have here, the second last thing we're going to be talking about, which is this is actually exclusive and breaking news here right on the channel on Kairos TV. This is the place where you want to come when you get your WWE news and rumors. The Viper Randy Orton will face against the phenomenal AJ Styles with major WrestleMania ramifications right here on the channel. The road to finalizing the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania has hit a few potholes over the last several weeks because SmackDown Live is the A show. Cena became a 16-time champion by virtue of his victory over AJ Styles in a classic match at the Royal Rumble. Cena only held it for 2 weeks, however, relinquishing it to Bray Wyatt at the Chamber pay-per-view. The same night Cena won the title, Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble match, guaranteeing himself an opportunity to face the WWE Champion at WrestleMania. However, he'd forego that chance on the Valentine's episode of SmackDown, forcing Blue Brand management to book a new number one contenders battle royal the following week. That too ended in controversy when Styles and Luke Harper were both eliminated at the same time. We all know that Styles got eliminated first. So this past week, AJ and Harper competed in a singles match in what was supposed to be the final deciding match to name a challenger for Bray Wyatt's WWE Championship on the grand stage in Orlando. Styles won despite the match being restarted by an intervening Shane McMahon when Harper's foot was on the rope as the referee was making the 3 count. AJ was booking his ticket to the WrestleMania main event, but then Randy Orton's true plan was revealed. Orton did appear at the end of the show on the Titantron during Wyatt's invocation. The Viper burned down the Wyatt compound and Sister Abigail's remains, but in the process, Orton also declared his intention to face Bray for the WWE Championship on April the 2nd at WrestleMania. The WWE's plans all along was to have Orton and Wyatt in the WWE title match, although there was plenty of debate whether or not to include Luke Harper in the mix. Styles, on the other hand, has always been meant for other things. The Phenomenal One was the longest reigning WWE Champion on SmackDown since the most recent brand extension, but he's been in line for a WrestleMania showdown with Shane McMahon, a program that is being built slowly, but one we should see cemented next week. We have been seeing signs of that because, remember that match with Harper and Styles on SmackDown? Styles did win, but Harper's foot was on the rope. Shane McMahon came down, and now Styles is going to be happy because he earned that shot for the WWE title and he still hasn't got his rematch. But now, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan are putting him in a match against Randy Orton so that he has to fight again just for a championship shot, even though he should have already got a rematch. And then I think automatically there, Randy Orton's going to beat AJ Styles. And then AJ Styles is going to complain. He's going to attack Shane McMahon. That will set up the AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon at SmackDown Live. However, there is still one piece of the puzzle to be put in place before contracts are signed between Orton and Bray Wyatt for the WWE Championship, and between Styles and Shane McMahon. As reported by Wrestling Inc., next week's SmackDown will feature a major main event between Randy Orton and Styles. The winner of the match will be the official number one contender for the WWE Championship at Camping World Stadium. Including the Royal Rumble match, this will be the 4th number one contender bout to determine an ultimate challenger for the WWE title. Here's a portion of how the WWE's official website described the decision to hold what will be AJ Styles' first ever match against WWE's Apex Predator. This is going to be a good match. I'm not going to read it out, guys. I'm not going to read it out. Styles has repeatedly stated that one of his dream opponents since signing with the WWE has been Randy Orton. Well, what a great time for him. He's going to get to face him in the main event for a chance to headline WrestleMania for the WWE Championship on SmackDown Live. He'll finally get his chance with significant implications on the line on Tuesday. We should also expect the two to engage in a much lengthier program at some point down the line, as there were once plans for them to battle over the WWE title when AJ was in possession of it last year. That's all the news we've got on Randy Orton and AJ Styles. That's just breaking news for you all. And now we've got the main event of Talk Is Cheap. Huge WrestleMania 33 plans revealed for Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. WrestleMania 33 gets closer by the day, but some WWE superstars like the returning Finn Balor and Samoa Joe still don't have matches for the grandest stage of them all. But WWE officials have specific plans for both men that the WWE Universe will love. Man, we can really feel WrestleMania season. WrestleMania, the grandest stage of them all. Of course. I know you lot are going to be, oh, Cairo, are you going to be doing a review? Of course, I have to review WrestleMania. I've never done a review on WrestleMania. Now I'm here full time on YouTube. I'm definitely going to do a review on the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania. That should get a lot of views. I'm looking forward to WrestleMania, man. Unfortunately, the WrestleMania card is full as it is. So adding more singles matches to the show will be difficult, so another singles match would have to be something special. Heading into Orlando, Balor and Joe are two of WWE's biggest superstars who have yet to be confirmed for matches, but there is a good reason for that. Balor has been out of action since August, when he had to relinquish the Universal title because of an injury that he suffered at SummerSlam against Seth Rollins. A lot of people were questioning if he would be medically cleared by WrestleMania, but he will be. Samoa Joe just debuted on television and is still being established as a top heel on Raw heading into WrestleMania. It's been rumored that if Seth Rollins is unable to compete at WrestleMania, but both Finn Balor and Samoa Joe are top choices to replace him to face Triple H. And we saw Monday Night Raw, Rollins return. I don't think Rollins is going to wrestle at Mania, but he said he will be at WrestleMania. The expectation is still that Triple H versus Rollins will happen in Orlando this year, which means both Balor and Joe are left to find new matches. However, WWE officials are considering putting them together to have one more match on the grandest stage of them all in Orlando. According to a new report, WWE officials are planning for Finn Balor to return to WWE television soon and begin a feud with Samoa Joe immediately. Based on the latest rumors, Balor could return to Raw as early as next week's show. Wow, as early as next week's show. At Fastlane, Joe had his first pay-per-view. At Fastlane, Joe will have his first pay-per-view match with the underdog from the underground, Sami Zayn, which he's expected to win, and I predicted that he would win. Also, that will also be in the card's description of this video. Make sure to check out my Fastlane preview and predictions that was uploaded onto the channel yesterday. If Balor vs. Joe is the plan for WrestleMania, their feud would begin the next night on Raw. In reality, their feud will pick up where it left off the last time these two men wrestled at NXT TakeOver The End inside a steel cage. At TakeOver Respect, Balor and Joe won the first ever Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic tournament. After that, Joe betrayed Finn and their rivalry spanned across 8 months and 3 TakeOver specials before Joe finally got the decisive win over Balor to end their feud. However, officials are considering picking it back up again for WrestleMania, which will only add another chapter to their historic rivalry. The WWE Universe in Orlando will be thrilled to see Balor vs. Joe on the grandest stage of them all, which will also be great because it will build both men at the same time. It's been reported that officials are over the moon about Joe's performance on Raw since he was called up to WWE's main roster a month ago. Vince McMahon is said to be overly impressed with Joe so far as well, so the future looks very bright for him on WWE television. Obviously, WWE officials are very high on Finn Balor based on his push at SummerSlam before his shoulder injury took it all away. As Balor vs. Joe builds towards WrestleMania of the Universe, we'll be interested to see who WWE officials will choose to win their match in Orlando. Originally, WWE wanted Joe to face John Cena at WrestleMania in order to build him as WWE's top heel and appropriately write Cena off WWE television. It won't be long before Balor is back in the Universal title hunt, so WWE has big plans for both men. The WWE Universe may or may not be expecting more from WWE officials to find better matches for Finn Balor and Samoa Joe, but the card is extremely full. Balor vs. Joe is a strong race versus heel dynamic with a lot of history, and the match could be one of the best of the evening. It may not be what the WWE fans were expecting, but that could be a big thing. If that's the case, they could steal the show at WrestleMania 33. Completely agree with that statement, guys. And that is it for Talk is Cheap episode 7, part number 1. I want to try and give part 2 to you all tomorrow for Sunday because I've got no video for tomorrow. I'm going to try and record it today and upload it tomorrow. I hope you lot really enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed Talk is Cheap, and I will see you on the next one. Oh yeah! Also, make sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, I do not know what you are waiting for. Make sure to subscribe and click that bell. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.